For me, the way I look at it, it's like if you have someone who comes in and because of their buzz, because of their reach, because of their influence, they could impact the entire ecosystem of what the WNBA has been building for over 25 years. So the first thing we want to do is really lock in on this Caitlin Clark watch. So we know that at the time of recording this episode, the WNBA have kicked off their season. So we wanted to make sure we hopped on to show some love to the young lady. Like, listen, I know there's a lot of hate in the air around Caitlin Clark. Like, we got WNBA players who are talking crazy about this young woman, where for me, the way I look at it, it's like if you have someone who comes in and because of their buzz, because of their reach, because of their influence, they could impact the entire ecosystem of what the WNBA has been building for over 25 years, then we need to welcome that with open arms. And it shouldn't be a hate thing that people are trying to play the race card. It's just like all kinds of madness around it. With that being said, this summer, as we get ready to lock in for NBA season, we will be touching on some WNBA. It is week 1, so I want to make sure that we do our Caitlin Clark watch. She's a rookie. Like, we can't expect the moon and the stars from her. But she did have her first game, and I would say even before that, for her actual preseason games, Clark tallied a total of 33 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists. Through her 2 WNBA preseason games, the former Hawkeye posted averages of 16.5 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. So she had a pretty decent offseason. Like, you know, you can say what you want to say. The young woman has definitely got some game. In her first game against Connecticut, which again I believe was a loss, it doesn't indicate whether they won or lost here on the Fantasy ESPN app, but she played 32 minutes, which is a yes. 20 points, yes. 3 assists, maybe. Two steals, yes. And hold up, does she have? Let me lean in for this. Hold on, y'all. Dang. 10 turnovers. Yuck. Now that is hot dog water if I've ever seen it. But again, she's a rookie. And if Caitlin Clark wasn't playing, I don't know if we would be covering WNBA content right now. I'm going to just keep it a stack with you. And that's no disrespect to any of the players that came before her. But the buzz that was created around her during this season, during this these last couple of college basketball seasons, honestly, has been one of the reasons. So the championship game for the WNBA, where Clark's Iowa Hawkeyes team went up against the South Carolina Gamecocks, they had 18.8 million with a capital M, y'all. 18.87 million viewers on ESPN and ABC. A record for women's basketball in the United States and the most watched basketball contest of any kind in 5 years. That goes NBA, Olympic, World Games, whatever you want, the big 3, huh? Come on now, the and one mixtape, everything. The most watched games. And honestly, this season, the WNBA, they really are locked in on making sure that they capitalize on Clark's value right now. And it's going to help to lift up not just women's basketball, but also women's sports. The WNBA, they're televising 37. They are televising 37 of Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever's 40 games. Let that sink in. I'm just saying, y'all, like, the WNBA is standing on business. I'm just saying. So that is the Caitlin Clark watch. And we'll do that. I do a weekly show here, so I'm going to try to pull up weekly and make sure that we're providing value to all of our WNBA fantasy basketball players. So, to keep it going, we want to hit you with the top 5 waiver wire ads you need to focus on for the WNBA fantasy basketball season. Now, the first player we want to take a look at, first of all, I want to say that I have a tendency when I'm covering players for the first time that I might mess up their names. And I'll always raise my hand. And I typically will research to make sure that I have the most accurate pronunciation. Sometimes I'll watch videos of the person themselves saying their own name so I can make sure that I don't screw that up because I want to provide value. But also I just want to be professional, right? This is a broadcasting thing we're trying to do here, and we've been building for the last few years. So I want to be as official tissue as possible. I've worked with Hashtag Basketball as one of their dynasty rankers. I work with NBC Sports as one of their contributors. So I just want to keep building what we're doing here with Believe in Fantasy and bring you the most value. With that said, I'm going to mess some people's names up tonight. I just want to raise my hand. Please drop it in the comments. If I pronounce something wrong, please let me know. Now, top 5 waiver wire ads for WNBA Fantasy on ESPN. All of these players are rostered in 50% of leagues or less, right? So no one who's ranked 51 or above is on this list. So these people are available in leagues, y'all. So if you are a WNBA fantasy basketball player, these folks might be available on your waiver wire. So let's go ahead and start that up. The first player we want to talk about is from the Chicago Sky, Diamond DeShields. Diamond DeShields is projected to do 24.8 points per game. 24.8 minutes per game, 12.8 points, 3.5 rebounds, 2 assists, and a little less than 1 steal per game. She is only rostered in 42.7% of ESPN leagues. But check this out, y'all. She's been added 9.8% recently. So, she is being added widely right now. So, if she's available on your waiver wire, I would go out and get some Diamond DeShields. Next player we want to take a look at is from the Las Vegas Aces, the championship. They're playing right now, actually, and they got their rings tonight. They hung up their banner. 2-time champs. Big shout out to Becky Hammond, who used to be one of the coaches under Greg Popovich, and now she's like a 2-time champ in the WNBA. So that's really dope. I love to watch and witness the overlap. So the next player that we're going to talk about for your waiver wire ads is only rostered in 20.1% of leagues, y'all. She is widely available from the Las Vegas Aces. Megan Gustafsson. I'm so sorry, y'all. Megan, I apologize. I am literally dumpster juice on that one. Megan Gustafsson. Shish kebabs. Man, I'm jacking that up. Let me know in the comments how bad I jacked her name up. I'm going to get better, y'all. Bear with me on this. Bear with me. Okay. She's only rostered in 20.1% of leagues, being picked up rapidly right now. Up 11% recently. She's projected to have a pretty crummy season, though. So that's something that is worth noting. She did have her first... Oh, she's in her game right now, actually. So we have some current stats. But any way you look at it, if she's available on your waiver wire, I would strongly consider grabbing Megan. Go ahead and pick her up. I got to work on some of my phrases, too. Pick her up for a women's league might be questionable. So I just want to make sure I'm doing my best job. Just wanted to put that out there. Because honestly, I'm trying to rock and roll this offseason. I'm not playing no games. Okay, so we got a few more. That was 2. We're going to go into the next one. Keep it pushing. The next player is from my Atlanta Dream. You know we here in the A all day, every day, and tomorrow. Let's do it. From the Dream, Ariel Powers. Ariel Powers is projected to play 21.9 minutes per game, 12 points per game, 4 rebounds, 3.7 assists, and her defensive stats are not very memorable. Not very memorable at all. Next up. Oh, yeah, this is good. Because she had a game tonight. Man, she ain't playing no games. From the Washington Mystics, Maisha Hines Allen, only rostered in 10% of WNBA fantasy leagues, y'all. She is widely available. Go grab her off the waiver wire. Come on, ma. Against New York, she had 19, which is tonight against New York. She had 19 minutes, 5 points, 5 rebounds, solid. 2 assists, 1 steal. So, and only 2 turnovers. So definitely someone you want to keep an eye on. If they are available, that is someone I would be picking up.